Kids of Hope! Happy Sabbath! And welcome to another episode of SciKid! Today, we're going to play with water and some things we can find around the house. But first, let's talk about words. You know the things we say every day? Did you know that when we say nice things, it can make people really happy? That is a fact, right? But there are times when we just don't say nice words because that's our natural tendency. Today, let's show how this concept works through our science experiment. We are making just a simple experiment, like you can do it at home. It's easy, but the lesson we will learn, I promise, would be very helpful for us. Here are the materials for today's experiment. Water, a clear container, some canned goods. For me, I use some pineapple, a can of pineapples, an orange, an apple, a toothpaste, a can of coconut cream, a tennis ball container, and a water bottle thermo flask. I found that the more similar the width, the better. Now that the materials are ready, let's get started! First, let's fill the container with water. Just about 3/4 full. We don't want to spill over when we submerge objects in water. But 3/4 is only for small containers. But here, we can just do at least a half. Whew! The water's finished already and it's not even reached a half. At least it will sure not spill over. Second, let's make sure that the water settles in a perfect still. I'll wait for that. Our water is still settling. Let me tell you, this experiment is so simple that anyone can do this at home. We'll see. It's not yet perfectly still. Let the water stop moving. Let's let the water stop moving. I think it's okay now. Now, let's have some fun! I want you to observe very closely. The best way to visualize it is just put the object halfway and never fully submerge. First, let's try the apple. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. What is the magic trick? And okay. Look, it's bigger, right? Now, yeah, we can just leave it like this, but we still have a lot more to try. How did it get bigger? Now we'll see later. Now let's get the orange. Wow, it's chunky on the bottom, but not so chunky on the top. Wow. Then next, we're going to get our toothbrush. Whoa, pretty chunky toothbrush on the bottom, but not so on the top. Let's get this. Wow, pretty big on the bottom. Now this, we can just let it go like that. And look at that. It's very big. Wow, I'm amazed. Now let's try the candy goods like the coconut cream. Look at that, it's bigger. Now let's submerge it. Wow, I think you can see a bit of a difference. But pineapple slices, look at that! It's very big. It's like it almost filled the entire container. Wow, you can even see the reflection from the top. Wow! It's very amazing and we got our table wet. But it's okay. We can clean it up later. But before all our materials are finished, but before that, let me try something that one of my best friends in Indonesia, living in Indonesia, told me to do. It was a suggestion, and you know what the suggestion is? I'm going to give a clue. I'm going to put my hand in the water. We'll see what happens. Whoa, my hand looks pretty chunky. Wow, it's very big. Like, look at that. See? It's pretty big. What just happened? When light travels from one medium, like air, into another medium, like water, it changes speed. Light is how we see. That's why you can't actually see light unless it's like this. It changes speed. You can't see the light photons. The change in speed causes the light to bend, a phenomenon known as refraction. Now let's get this water bottle and put it in the container. Look at that. The light from the water bottle travels through the water like this, then from the bottom, then the air. And finally, it reaches our eyes, which are some distance away for light, but I think it's okay. When this light enters the water, it slows down and bends. And when it leaves the water and enters the air on its way to our eyes, that's where it's faster, it speeds up to a very fast speed and bends again. Because of this bending or refraction, the water bottle appears to be in a different place than it actually is. And not only that, but it looks bigger. I think the more obvious change is that the more obvious side effect of refraction is that this water bottle got bigger. This is because the light rays that were originally spreading out from a point on the water bottle are now bending, so they spread out even more by the time they reach our eyes. This makes the image of a water bottle on our retina larger. And our brain interprets this as the water bottle being larger than it actually is. The water bottle is a very good demonstration for that. So in our experiment, when we put objects like a water bottle in water, they look bigger because of water refraction, like the apple and the water bottle. It's like a trick, but it's actually all about how light moves. Isn't that amazing? Let me do this. See? Kids of Hope, just like these objects, we stay as is, and our words can be unkind to others. But then, there's Jesus, the water of life, and we get submerged to Him. Just as light enters through a water, slows down and bends, and makes objects look bigger than they really are. The love of Jesus in our hearts fills our words with kindness and love. If our words are kind, they can have a bigger impact than we might think. They can comfort someone who's sad, encourage someone who's feeling down, or bring joy to someone's day. Proverbs 16:24 says, "Kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul and healthy for the body." So Kids of Hope, remember, just like things look bigger in water, our words can become more powerful when they are filled with Jesus' love. When we choose to say kind words, we're not just talking. We're sharing Jesus' love. And that's the coolest science experiment of all. I hope you've learned something fun and important today, just like I did. Once more, this is Yuan, and see you next time here on SciKid!